slow there. This video presents a solution to the Android challenge pertaining to the broadcast receiver. When the application is executed on an emulator and utilizing extended controls, the battery level is modified, yet the screen does not reflect the updated battery level. The broadcast receiver's onReceive method is not invoked, as evidenced by the absence of the corresponding log message in the logcat window. When we look at the Android manifest file, it seems like the receiver class is set up to handle the battery_changed action. But even though it's registered, the receiver's onReceive method isn't getting called. The issue arises from how the receiver class is registered for the battery_changed event. When we register it in the manifest file, it's a static registration, meaning the receiver is registered when the app is installed and can still receive events even if the app isn't running. Before Android version 8, static registration in the manifest file was allowed. However, since Oreo, there have been restrictions on which broadcast actions can be registered in the manifest file to conserve battery. To address this, we need to register the receiver explicitly or dynamically in the application code using the register_receiver method. We'll create the receiver object and intent filter object and register it in the onCreate method of the activity. When we register the receiver dynamically, it will only be active when the app is running. We also need to unregister it. In this case, it's logical to unregister it in the onDestroy method. Hey, so here's the thing, after we made receiver registration dynamic, if we run the app on the emulator and change the battery level, we can see the logs in logcat. That means the onReceive method is getting called. In the onReceive method, we're adding the battery level value to the shared preferences. Let's check if the shared preference file is created and if the battery level is written into it. If we open Device Explorer and navigate to Data/Data folder and folder by package name, we'll find it there, ready to be used. The next challenge we face is that the battery level isn't being updated on the activity screen. Inside the composable, we're referring to the same shared preference file and reading the battery level key to display it on the text. However, the battery level variable isn't declared as state, so we need to make a couple of adjustments. First, let's declare the variable as state so that recomposition occurs when the state changes. Second, we need to update the state whenever the shared preference value changes in the receiver. When the receiver updates the shared preference key, we need to read the key again and update the state of the composable. This will trigger the recomposition. We can use the change listener available on the shared preference object to do this. We can register a callback via register on shared preference change listener method. This callback will be executed whenever any changes happen to the shared preference keys. In this callback lambda expression, we get the shared preference object and the key name as parameters. We'll first check if the key name matches the battery level key. If it does, we'll retrieve the changed value and assign it to the state variable. After making these changes to the composable, let's run the app and see if the issue is fixed. Now, when we change the battery level, the screen shows the updated value. So, the problem is solved. But wait, there's more. We can make this code even better and more efficient. Right now, the change listener is registered on every recomposition. So, let's make it only once, since the first composition is done. We can achieve this using the LaunchedEffects side effects of composable. This change makes the code more efficient, even though the functionality remains the same. What do you think? Is this the best solution, or can we make it even better? Let me know in the comments below. Please let me know in comments if you have any further questions. Thank you for watching. Keep learning through challenges. I look forward to seeing you in the next challenge.